Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you happen to watch this. It happens to be 5:33 p.m. Eastern Time. And I am Coach Rose. I want to talk to you about finding friendship in a new season of life. Finding friendship in a new season of life. This topic was something that we were talking about earlier today. And there was a statement made, and it was like how it's hard to find friendships in the age of 40, 50, however old you may be. As we get older, the type of friendships that we require changes. And so I really wanted to talk about that because I don't think anybody talks about these things. And I know if it was me, I would want somebody to share their insight on what they have experienced in this area. And so finding friendship in a new season. So here's the thing about finding friendship in a new season in your 40s and your 50s is different. Because in my 20s and my 30s, it was like I need somebody to go out with, I need somebody to have fun with, I need a fun friend, right? And when you get in your 40s, it's like I need somebody I can build with, I need somebody that can bounce some ideas off with, I need somebody that can help me, with my business, help me with my whatever that thing is. It changes as we grow, as we evolve, right? And so I just want to say that if you're looking for friends, if you're trying to find a friendship in the new season of your life, I'm going to give you some tips that can help you. And I also have, for those who need this, I created this, and it's the friendship application. Okay. Based on the season that you're in, here's the friendship application. You can ask certain questions. I will share with you some of those questions. I really want to get into the purpose of this video, and that's to talk about finding friendship in a new season of life. So I just want to say that I want to remind you that you're not behind, you're becoming more intentional. Okay. Why does it feel harder to make friends as we get older? Why does it feel harder to make friends as we get older? It gets hard as you get older, it gets harder. It does. So let's normalize this. Life changes. So you got kids, you got career, you got losses, you got transitions. Okay. Smaller social circles, your circle may get smaller. So if you know in the Bible, there was 12, and then there was three. He didn't take everybody. He took a selective three, and even one of those three betrayed him. Okay, so let's talk about it. Past relational wounds. Okay, less tolerance for surface level connections. As we get older, we have, hey Jabri, as we get older, we have less tolerance for surface level connections. I don't want a friend I can just get on the phone and talk about people with. Like, I'm beyond that, right? So as we get older, we have less tolerance for certain things, certain friendships, certain conversations, certain rooms that we're even invited to, that we even want to be in. Okay. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. You are growing, you are evolving. And as you evolve, your friendship circle should evolve as well. So it's not just about making friends, it's about trusting again, it's about being vulnerable again, it's about letting people in again. And so the vulnerable part, it's hard for that, right? Especially if you've been hurt before in the past from other people. It may be hard for you to be vulnerable people. So during our conversation today, it was brought up, and I like the idea, like, say there's a new friendship, you're not really testing them. You just, giving them a little bit of you, sharing a little bit of you, and seeing how they handle that, right? You don't just give them all, you don't just tell them all your business, because everybody shouldn't have access to all areas of your life, all access of you. There are certain things that my friends don't know about me. Okay. It's because they don't need to know everything. They just don't, right? Some there are certain levels, there are certain things I see within people that I know that I see that they can't handle. So there's no need for me to express that to them. If I tell you how I'm really doing, if I tell you what I'm really feeling, can you handle that with all that you got going on? Like, sometimes I just hold back a little, because, like, I don't want to share it right now. I don't feel comfortable sharing that right now. And that's okay. You don't have to tell them everything. They don't have to know every aspect of your life all the time. We give people as much access as we feel comfortable or led to, right? So it's not just about making friends. Like I said, it's about trusting again, being vulnerable again, letting people in again. And so then there's fear of rejection. A lot of that comes up. So we're like, you know what? I don't, and I see people say this all the time. Well, I don't need no friends, just me and Jesus. And I hear you, but that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily, that may be your truth, but it's not the total truth, because we're supposed to do life with each other. That's why we all here together. Now, we're not supposed to do life with everybody. We want to make sure we pick the right people. We have the right people in our lives when it comes to friends. Everybody shouldn't have access to you. A friend is somebody who knows those your secrets and it does not judge you, who you can be your full self with, and they don't go and talk about you behind your back. They have the capacity to know all these things about you and be safe. They're a safe person, right? So we got to be mindful of that. Have they shown themselves to be safe? Do you feel like you can share that with them? How do they handle, like, just look at how they handle things. You want to see them in all seasons, not just one season. Because when things are good, right? So what if you're winning and they're losing? Can they handle that? Do they have the capacity to come and support and show up for you? So we got to look at all these different aspects when it comes to friendships, right? So then there is everyone already has their circle mindset, right? Past hurts from friendships, over independence. I don't need anybody. I just by myself. I don't need anybody, right? The Lone Ranger, not knowing where to start. Sometimes we don't know where to start. We're in a new season. Okay, so what type of friendships do I need in this season? What type of friend am I looking for in this season? As we get older, our needs change. People change. People start having babies. Kids go, their kids going to school. Like all kind of things are happening, right? And then you may feel like they don't have time for you, and they may not have time for you because they just had a baby. They can't go out and party with you. They can't come on the phone with you 24/7. Like they cannot be available like that. So as our seasons change, our friendships may look different. We may have to reposition them, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that we're not friends. It means that this right here, they don't have the capacity in this season to be what they used to be in last season, and that's okay. Let's see, old belief. Okay, so it's too late to build a new friendship. That's the old belief. It's not too late to build new friendships, no matter how old you are. I get to build more aligned, intentional friendships now. That's the difference. Aligned and intentional. Are we both pursuing goals? Like what do we have in common? Are we both working on things? Like some kind of, just look at your friendships. Are they pulling you up or pulling you down? That's how you know when it's time to reposition them, right? Know what you need in this season and identify your values. Know what you need and identify your values. Not everyone is your past. Give people a chance wisely. Okay, give them a chance. Keyword wisely. Start with small conversations. So if you're in, I call it a interview, right? Just like you're going on a date and you get gathering information about the person. So then you get that, have these small conversations and see how they respond, see how they act under pressure, see how they act when it's time to celebrate you, see how they act when you're having a hard time. Like look at them in just watch what they do. Okay, we can listen to that. We can listen to what they say, but actions show everything. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And then we have consistency. Are they consistent? Are they consistent, right? Emotional maturity. Can they manage their emotions? Are they always crashing out? Now imagine you have this person that's your friend. Everywhere y'all go, you got to be on eggshells because you don't know if they're gonna crash out on somebody, cuss somebody out. Like you don't know. To me, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that I don't know how they're gonna act. We go to lunch or we go to dinner and their food come out not right. Like that's a real thing. So emotional maturity. Do they have emotional maturity? That's for me. That's one of my first questions on my friendship application. Okay, and then we have where was I? Respect for boundaries. Do they respect your boundaries? Hey, at 9 o'clock, I'm usually going to bed. So calling and texting, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to answer. I'll talk to you the next day. Do they respect your boundaries? Right? Discussing friendship before. Okay. Oh, that's the AI thing. I was like, who's asking that question? But I like it. They got AI on here asking questions. This is interesting. Okay, so and then you have so you can join groups. So how can you go to where alignment is? How do you go to where alignment is? Okay, so here's some examples: church groups, fitness classes, volunteering, any kind, like classes. Period. Like say you're in school, right? That's alignment right there. You're both in school. You both got something in common. You're both working out. You both got something in common. So at least those are places where you can, meet people, get to know them, things like that. Be in spaces that reflect your current growth. So there are certain groups that I'm in, and I've made friends from those groups because we're on a personal development journey. So we can hold each other accountable. Hey, did you do your homework? Hey, what do you think about this book? What do you think about that book? So there are places like that is not hard because we're both doing the work, right? We're both in those environments. So places like that, you can also meet friends and, vet them out and see if this is a good person that you can see yourself being friends with, right? And then we have unlearning isolation. Okay, so independence is strength, but not meant to replace connection. You're not created to do life alone. Okay, you're not created to do life alone. I know we like to say that. I don't need nobody. And you do. You do. You do. That's your hurt talking. That's the past wounds talking. I know because that was me too. Okay. Initiate, invite someone to coffee. Hey, you want to go to Starbucks and get a coffee? You want to go wherever your place is to get a coffee or a tea or whatever you like to drink. Follow up after a conversation. Hey, we talked about, we had coffee the other day and I really enjoyed the conversation. Just follow up. Be willing to go first. Friendship requires effort, not just desire. Okay. And heal before you build. Heal before you build. Address past friendship wounds. Okay. Don't carry old pain into new connections. Unhealed wounds create guarded relationships. Well, I'm not going to tell them everything because last time I told somebody, they was talking about me and they was telling my business to everybody. We got to heal because if not, you're going to carry those same wounds into those relationships. You're going to go and guard it. Well, I'm going to tell them, I ain't going to tell them everything about me. I'm going to tell them something. Okay. So let's heal before we start building new relationships. Okay. What healthy friendships look like? They look like mutual support, honest communication, emotional safety, growth centered. Okay. You're not too old. You're more aware. So you're not too old to build new friendships. You're just aware now. You're aware of what your needs are. You're aware of what are your deal breakers in a friendship, right? We have to look at all of those things. In this season, I'm not looking for more people. I'm looking for the right people. Okay. You got to be intentional. This is your powerful statement. In this season, I'm not looking for more people. I'm looking for the right people. What kind of friend am I becoming in this season? Now we ask ourselves this, right? What kind of friend am I becoming in this season? Start one conversation this week. Okay. Be open to connection. This is how you get started. So if you're on the fence about, I'm looking for friends and I just don't know where to start. I don't know what that looks like. Start one conversation this week. Okay. Be open to connection. Give yourself grace in the process. All right. Friendship in this season isn't about quantity. It's about alignment, peace, and purpose. Purposeful relationships, purposeful friendships. We don't go to the next level. We grow to the next level. Iron sharpens iron. And there's scriptures that talk about this, that confirms what I just said. A friend sticks closer than a brother. Iron sharpens iron. Okay, we want to be around people that can challenge us. Like, you know what? You could have said that better. Now, girl, don't wear that. Don't dress like that. That's not you. Stop talking like that. Yeah, that's not how a lady talks. That's not how a lady speaks. You about to crash out. Take a breath, girl. Like, we need people that's going to hold us accountable. Not just like, yeah, cuss them out. Yeah, fight them. You're going to fight them with them. No. No. We want the right relationships, the right friendships. We want people to edify us, not to stagnate us, not to keep us in mess. Okay? We don't need, that's not the friend that you need. All right? There we go. So, I have created, and for those who want this, you can just send me your email, message me your email, and I will send you the PDF copy of this. But it is the friendship application. This is the friendship application. I'm gonna just read some of the questions. Okay, not all of them. So they're different areas: self-awareness, emotional capacity, communication styles, boundaries and trust, and then heart posture. So I'm going to read a question from each category. All right. This is the friendship application. How do you currently handle conflict in relationships? That's a question that we need to ask when you are, talking to people that could possibly be your friend. Ask them this question because you want this answer. You need this. You need to know how they handle conflict in relationships. Because some people, when I wasn't taught these things, anytime there was conflict in relationships, I just stopped talking to the person. I'm done with them. Next. Matter of fact, not next. I'm fine by myself. Okay. So we need to ask these questions. And here's another question from the emotional capacity category. Are you emotionally available to build a healthy relationship? That's the question. A healthy relationship. I don't need a toxic relationship. Been there, done that. That didn't work for me. Okay. Okay. Communication style. How do you communicate when something is bothering you? That's a question. That's a real question. Some people get quiet. Some people get distant. You said something, you might not admit to say it in a way to hurt them, but nevertheless, they were upset by what you said. And then they never said anything. They just stopped talking to you. They just start treating you, a little cold or shady or whatever. Girl, I'm busy. Okay, we need to know, how do you communicate when something is bothering you? Do you ignore it? Do you sweep it under the rug? Because if you keep sweeping under the rug, it's gonna trip you up eventually. Okay. Here's the boundaries and trust question. How do you define respect in a relationship? That's the question. And that's the boundaries and trust area. And then we have the growth and alignment. Are you open to personal growth or self-reflection? See, these questions matter to me. Now, your questions may be different. If you want to use my questions, you can. But you can also create your questions based on the season that you're in. Because everybody's in different seasons of life, right? And the last question, in the heart posture. What do you value most in relationships? For me, it's communication. Can you communicate? And communication, it works two ways. It's not you always calling me, throwing up just a bunch of stuff, and I can't even talk. You're talking over me. You ain't even listening to what I got. I got something to say too. That's important to me, because a lot of times I find myself, especially being a person that I'm just, as a coach, I listen, period. So that's my job, to do 90% of the listening. So when I'm talking to friends, it's like they just constantly just they can't stop talking, right? And then I'm saying stuff, but I know they don't hear me because they never say, "Oh, really?" I mean, I'll be saying some stuff like this thing right here happened to me, and they didn't even hear what I said because they too busy. Hurry up, saying you got to say so I can talk. So communication is like, and very important to me. Sometimes I want to just rant. I want to vent. And I want a person that has the capacity. Girl, go ahead. Just go. What? Just let this. I can't believe that happened. They wrong for that. Just whatever. Just listen. I'm not asking you to fix it. I just want you to listen. And my screen is frozen. Okay, there you go. I just want you to listen. And then how I know you listening, you repeat back what you heard me say. Not everything, but the main things, right? So yeah, and then the declaration. So this is the declaration at the end of this application. I understand that being in your life requires blank, and I'm willing to show up with blank, whatever that is. So these things, if we're clear about what we need, we can receive those things. And if they don't, then they're not the friend for you. And that's okay. Everybody ain't your friend. We have to also realize that everybody is not your friend. So once we are clear about what type of friend we need in the seasons that we're in and the age that we're in, life will get a little bit easier because it's nice to have somebody that I can just decompress with, that I can just talk. I can't talk to my husband about everything. He don't want to hear everything. Yes, he's my best friend. He don't want to hear everything, and I don't want to hear all this stuff either. There's only so much we can support each other with. There's sometimes we need that friendship with a female or a male, whatever case your thing is, right? So for me, like I like to have somebody I can just chat with, talk about, girl, oh, I just had a hot flash. Oh, whatever that thing is, right? Just I want somebody that can understand, that can relate to what I'm talking about, that has the capacity for all of me. Because sometimes I can be a lot, right? I got a lot going on in here, and I just want to just share it with somebody without being judged, without being criticized, without being talked about, without everybody knowing about it. So, yeah, this is the season that I find myself in, and a lot of people I see are in this season. And so I just wanted to give language to it, to talk about it, to bring it to awareness, because these are things we just don't talk about. I see it on the timeline all the time. I don't need nobody. I ain't got no friends. And I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, we're not meant to do life alone. We can do so much together. Literally, we can. And so iron sharpens iron. A friend sticks closer than a brother. I'm going to close out with this prayer as it relates to friend, searching for what friendship looks like for you in this season. God, help me to release fear, past hurt, and isolation. Teach me how to open my heart again wisely and fully. Send the right people into my life, and help me be the right person for them. And let my relationships be rooted in peace, growth, and truth. Amen. That's it. I'm complete. I just wanted to share that with you because this is the season that I find myself in. We're headed to the second quarter, right? I want to be intentional about the people I allow in my life. I want to be intentional about the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm not doing. So what hasn't worked, I do not want to continue to do that. And what I'm supposed to be working on, I want to work on. I can't get upset with results I'm not getting from the work I'm not doing. So I want to be intentional about everything that I do. As you get older, it matters. Your friendships matter. Your circle matters. Your health matters. As you get older, it really matters. When you're young, you think you can just eat all kinds of stuff, do whatever. And as you get older, you can't do those things. You cannot. Your body will tell you every time, like, girl, we can't do that. We got to go to bed. We can't do that. No, we cannot. We can't afford to keep recovering from our piss poor decisions. So we have to make better decisions, right? And it all starts with us. It does. We can't keep blaming other people. So and so did that, and so wasn't here, so and so wasn't there. Well, you may have not caused the harm, caused the damage, but you're responsible for your healing. You are. Nobody else. You are. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'm complete. Yeah. And I hope your weekend is amazing. And I hope that this was helpful and valuable. And if you want a copy of the friendship application, send me a message. And you ain't got to speak. You can just send me an email. You can just send me an email, and I'll be like, bet. I'll send it back. I'll send it back to you. I don't like small talk. That's another thing I don't like. Just if you call me, get straight to it. Girl, let me tell you, my sister do it all the time. You got a minute? Girl, go ahead. let it out. Let it out. So if you send me a message, if you need, I think I said, if you need a copy of the friendship application, just send me your email. And I'm going, okay, bet. Boom, there you go. That's it. Got any questions? Ask the question. You ain't got to be the, hi, how are you? Because you really, can you help me if I tell you what's really wrong with me? Do you really have capacity to tell you, for me to tell you what I'm really dealing with? Probably not. Nevertheless, just straight to the point. That's all. That is all I have, because I'll just start talking about nothing. So I want to be mindful of your time. I thank you for being here. I thank you for your time and your attention. And I'm complete with this conversation. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. I'm going to go and take me a bubble bath and relax and find me something funny to watch on TV because I feel like laughing. That's it. Bye for now.